Last night I was watching the Hard Knocks Buffalo Bills on HBO, and it hit me when I heard this from the coach. The coach was telling his team when he was in high school, he was sitting down and he was getting ready for his game, and an assistant coach came into the game and grabbed a chair and threw it through a window, and it busted the window. And he's like, everybody was fired up and everybody was juiced up to ready to go play the game. He said, but what happened next week was the coach wasn't able to throw another chair through the window and break it. So he wasn't able to create the same effect that he did the week before, and it led to being, hey, we need to be consistent. We need to be consistent. And this is so true in the car business, because there's always these new special things and this new way to do it, or maybe we should try this or we should try that. And he finished the speech with, we've already put the work in. We've already did everything that we needed to do to prepare you to win the games. Now you just have to go out and just do those things every single play, every single game, and don't try to do nothing fancy. Don't try to do nothing special. Just go out and do what you're supposed to do every single time. And if you were to take this model in the car business, you would win. But instead, we don't do that. But today, we're going to talk about just that. How to be consistent in the car business, how to make it simple, and how to win. Let's get right to it. Welcome to Car Talk, where I give you my 20 years of experience on my 20-minute drive to work. You know what's hard? Being consistent. Being disciplined, having habits. This is hard. And this is why I think most people fail. And I think this is why I fail in certain areas of my life because of that. Because I'm not consistent, I don't have daily habits, and I'm not disciplined enough to make it happen on a daily basis. And then this is also why I'm successful in certain areas of my life, because I am consistent. I do have daily habits. I am disciplined. And I think that if you were able to conquer a few of these in the business, in the car business, for you personally, you can take yourself to the next level if you're willing to do so. But you've got to be willing to be consistent. You got to be willing to be disciplined. And you got to be willing to create great habits. If you think about your day, you're a salesperson in the car business. You know, and you just wrote down your typical day and the things that you typically do. I mean, let's just say in the car business, right? You only got a couple ways you can sell vehicles to a customer. You got the people that walk into the dealership. You got the people that put an internet lead in. You got the phone call that rings. You got service if you want to try. And you got Facebook, social media, your own personal marketing. But other than that, there's not really any other ways you could sell vehicles. Would you agree with that? Would you agree that those are the ways that we have the ability to try to sell a car? So if that's the case, let's just talk about one customer. Let's just talk about one customer and the cycle that you would have with your one customer if it were perfect and you had the best habits, you were consistent, and you wanted to build a foundation to become one of the best salespeople at your dealership, in your market. Let's figure out how we do that. Actually, you know what? Let's use a customer from all these different areas. That's what we'll do. We'll talk about that. So you come into the dealership, okay? Let's say you start at 10 o'clock. You're a mid shift. You start at 10 o'clock. What time do you actually show up at work? Is it at 10? Is it at 10:05? Is it at 9:50? What time do you show up And is it consistent? Are you consistently showing up at that same time? Or is your day always hectic and you're showing up? One day you show up 5 minutes early, one day it's 10 minutes late, one day it's right on time. What's going on there? Figure that part out. Okay, let's start there. Figure that part out. And then when you get into work, what's your next step? When you do finally get to work, what's your next step? Are you going over to your desk? Are you getting clocked in? Are you opening up all your tools that you use, your CRM, the website, everything that you use? Are you opening that up? Are you going through anything? Do you have a daily habit of like how you get your day started? Or do you get in and catch up with a coworker, bullshit? Maybe you show up and now you got to use the restroom, and now you got to get some coffee, and you got 20 minutes where you're just kind of just not doing anything. You're just like, I just finally made it to work. How is that day going already when we first start? Is it consistent? Or is it sporadic and just depends on how the day is? Do you have any set plan when you come in? Now the phone rings. First opportunity of the day. When you answer that phone, are you prepared to answer that phone the exact same way every single time? Do you have energy? Is your greeting on the phone the exact same? If they happen to ask you about a vehicle you have in stock, do you go to the website? Do you not go to the website to look it up? How's the conversation? Are you asking the customer the same questions? Are you building rapport with the customer? What are you doing on that phone call? Are you doing it all the same? Or throughout the day, is it different? When you take that one phone call, is it different? Are you asking them to come to the dealership? Are you letting them know that you can do it all online? You can do a portion of it online? Are you telling them that you want to opt-in text to send them the video? Or are you just answering a bunch of questions and then 3 minutes later, okay, thanks for calling, let me know if I can help you with anything, and then you hang up the phone? And if the phone call does go terrible, do you do anything about that? Do you go seek your manager out and say, hey, can you listen to this phone call? I didn't really do a great job with this. You reflect in your mind like, oh man, I was terrible. Maybe I wasn't prepared to take the phone call. I was distracted when I took the phone call. This is what I did wrong. Here's what I should have improved it. Are you going through that phone call trying to get yourself better, or are you just moving along and just like, yeah, it's okay, no big deal? Okay, and let's say you do a good job. And now the customer, you set the appointment. So you got your first customer, you set the appointment, they're coming to the dealership. And you know they're going to be at the dealership at 2 o'clock today. Do you go out and get that vehicle ahead of time? You go pull it up front, put a VIP tag in it for them so you know where it's at? Are you holding on to the keys so you don't have to track them down later? Or are you just going to wait till later to get the keys because you got to go talk with your buddies at work and you got to share some stories and let them know, oh yeah, I got a customer coming in today, and what are you doing on that? How are you handling that daily? Are you pulling it up? Are you making sure it's clean? Or are you going to risk it? Are you going to risk when they show up that you can't find the keys, and then you pull it up and it's got low fuel, maybe a dead battery, maybe it's dirty? What are you going to do? Blame the lot attendant, the lowest paid guy at the dealership? That's what you're going to do? Or are you going to be a professional and you're going to go out there, you're going to pull the vehicle up, you're going to make sure it's clean, you're going to make sure it has enough gas, and you're going to send the customer a video and say, hey, I pulled this up for you, I made sure it was clean, I made sure it had enough fuel in it for a test drive, I got the keys at my desk so we don't have to go looking for it, and we'll see you at 2 o'clock. Are you doing that every single time? Being consistent? Are you disciplined enough? Or is it a habit that you're creating to do that? Then when the customer shows up to the dealership to look at the car, and you know they want to test drive it, what are you doing? Are you just straight up asking them, all right, let me see your license, let me see your registration, I'll fill you out a slip, and you guys can go on the test drive, and then, yeah, let me know what you think? Or are you walking them outside, talking to them about the vehicle, getting to know them a little bit more, finding out why they're replacing the vehicle that they have now, why they're thinking about this vehicle. You're building some rapport. You're kind of finding out some issues that they have and how this new vehicle is going to help that. You found out some people that you guys both know, so now they're starting to trust you. And then before the test drive, you're showing them how the features work. You're showing them how the seat works. You're hooking up their phone. You've walked around. You've had them sit in the back seat to see how much room it is. You've talked about the cargo area. You've talked about some safety features. You've explained, the process at the dealership, how you guys like to run the business, how you come to the trade appraisal, what you're going to do there. And you kind of let the customer know, like, hey, this is how we conduct business. It's easy. It's the same way every single time. We're going to respect you. We're going to respect your time. We don't just pull numbers out of the air on the trade appraisal. We have an actual process. We use Kelley Blue Book. We search the market to make sure that we're going to offer you a fair number. Or are you just letting them go on the test drive and then hopefully they like it? And if you do the proper way, if you do that, you do it every time? Are you consistent every single time? Are you disciplined enough to be consistent? Is it a habit? Or do you just do it when your manager says, hey, how come you haven't pulled that up? Hey, let's do this. It's up to you whether or not you want to be a professional or not. It's really up to you. It's not that difficult. I understand that those things are difficult to put into place, but once they're into place, they're easy. So it's you. You got to figure it out. Now they get back from the test drive. When they get back from the test drive, are you outside waiting for them when they get back from the test drive? Or are you sitting at your desk, scrolling on the computer, watching videos, watching Facebook, just kind of doing nothing, and then they have to walk inside and then they have to see you? Or are you outside? As soon as you see them pull in, you're outside and you're excited. You can't wait for them. And then when they hop out of the car, you're asking them a few questions that you probably already know. Like, man, how did that drive good? It had all the features that you guys were talking about. It's the color that you liked. Sounds like this might be the perfect vehicle for you. As long as we can do the trade appraisal, get all the numbers to make sense to you and be in your favor and inside your budget. I mean, is there any reason why this vehicle wouldn't work for you? No? Okay, well, let's go inside and see how easy we can make this. Are you doing that every time? Consistent? Are you disciplined enough to do that? Or are the customers tracking you down and you're being unprofessional and the customer has to go seek you down? And it's like, hey, sorry to bother you, but I had a couple questions about this car, and I don't know if this is the right one, and I don't know if we're gonna work it out. But if you're not too busy to get off your ass and come outside and help me out, maybe we can put something together. All right? Now you're gonna do the trade appraisal with the customer. You already explained to him, I would assume, that you had already explained to him the process. You're going to ask him to get in their car. Hey, grab your registration and your insurance if you don't mind. Most likely the insurance is going to be on your phone. That's okay. I'll have you email it to me. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to come inside. We're going to go to my desk. I'm going to put some of your basic information into the computer here. And my manager, he's going to go out. And he's gonna scan your VIN number, and he's gonna take some photos, and then he's gonna send that to the inventory team, like I was telling you, and then that's gonna search the market, and it's gonna show you the vehicles like yours that have sold, what we could buy them for, and it's gonna spit us out a number, and then I'll bring you out the Kelley Blue Book sheet, and I'll show it to you. And then when we do that, I'll also have all the numbers worked out, so you'll see the monthly payments and all that, and we'll make it an easy transaction. Are you doing that? Or when you do the write-up like that, is it different every time? Are you not explaining to the customer this time? Does the manager have to ask you, any possibility I could get the keys for their trade-in? Yeah, and then it's just kind of wonky, and the whole situation is just not smooth and not fluent. Why wouldn't you do it every single time the same way? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you be consistent? I don't understand. So now you did the trade appraisal, it goes okay. Now your manager is going to give you numbers, and when he gets you, and when he prints out those numbers, do you sit there and negotiate with your manager? Oh, they didn't want that, and they didn't want to talk about the warranty, and they wanted to go this term, and they didn't want to do this down payment. Doesn't your manager want to show the numbers the exact same way every single time to every single customer? Has he not explained, or she not explained to you, that if they don't show the numbers the same way every single time, that it's actually can get them in trouble? Have they not explained that? I would assume that they've explained that to you. So why wouldn't you just do it the same way every single time? What would stop you from wanting to do it the same way every single time, other than the fact that maybe, just maybe, you're nervous, you're scared, maybe you've done a really shitty job this whole entire time, so now you don't really know what to do? That's possible, maybe. I don't know. Just wondering. I just don't know why somebody wouldn't do it the same way every single time. That's what I would do. I would be consistent. I'd be disciplined. I'd create daily habits. Now you go out, you got the numbers, and now you're going to go over with the customer. Do you do that the same way every single time? Do you present the numbers the same way every time? Do you let the customer know, hey, I'm going to go over all these numbers with you, and if we get to a point where you want to talk about something, I totally understand. I'm all about that. Let me get through this whole presentation for you, show you everything, and then we can kind of talk about it, and we'll go over everything instead of having to go back and forth. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Do you explain to them why the term is the way the term is? Do you explain to them the down payment? Do you explain to them how we arrived to that trade again? If they tell you right away, like if you present the warranty and they tell you right away they don't want the warranty, do you hop right up and say, okay, no problem? Do you go tell your manager to take the warranty out? Or do you talk to the customer? Do you ask them why? Out of curiosity, why don't you get the warranty? Why don't you get the warranty? What would hold you back from the warranty? Have you had it in the past? Or do you just take it off? If they say, hey, that's not enough for my trade, do you agree with them? Do you go right away, go to your manager and tell them, hey, they want more for the trade? Or do you sit down and talk to them a little bit and reaffirm how we came to this number, that we just didn't make it up? Hey, we use this system that we pay a lot of money for. We bounce it off the used car team just to make sure we didn't miss anything. And then it goes out there in the database of all the cars that are for sale, have sold, and ones that we could buy, and that's how this number comes together. I understand that yours could be a little bit nicer, and it might be a little bit worth a little bit more money. Maybe yours is a little bit more popular color. I totally understand, so I don't mind fighting for you. But hey, let's see if we can get everything worked out, so when I go back there to my manager, not only am I going to get the trade worked out, but I'm going to get the down payment worked out, the term of the loan worked out, and the monthly payments and everything, because I would assume, guys, that you don't want to go back and forth. I want to respect your time. So let's see if we can kind of get it all worked out, and then I'll go in there and kind of explain the whole thing to my manager. Or do you get nervous and you just stop? And then after you do sell the vehicle, and then they're going into finance, and they're getting ready to go in the finance, and you know it's going to take a little bit of time, what happens then? Do you have the customer sit at your desk while you wander around the dealership, because now you're done talking to the customer, so you wander around the dealership and you don't really want to talk to them anymore because you have nothing else to say to them, right? Or are you out there again doing your delivery? If it's a new car, are you setting up their phone, getting it all connected? Are you making sure they know how to use everything? Are you doing all that or not? Or your customer doesn't know where you're at, and then 10 minutes later you're back, you're asking the finance person 10 minutes later, hey, can I help you out? What's taking so long? Is there anything you need from me? There probably is things he needs from you, or she needs from you, because you probably didn't do your job correctly, and you probably missed references, you missed job time, can't read your handwriting if you filled it out and you didn't type it in professionally. You didn't get the driver license, you didn't get the insurance, or hey, where's the registration, or hey, did you even call on the payoff? That's what they're back there doing. They're not back there, messing around. They're back there trying to figure out why you didn't do your job. And then you're coming back to them to see if you can help them with their job. They're like, yo, you need help with your job. Don't worry about me on my job. Are you doing any of that consistent? Are you what are you doing with that 10 to 20 minutes that they're waiting for finance? Or if a customer's already in finance and you know it's going to be 45 minutes, what are you doing with that time? Do you have a consistent plan? Do you have a daily habit? Are you disciplined enough to have that go the same way every single time? Or is that just like everything else? Is that just craziness? Now they get out of finance and you're walking them out to their car and they're going on their way. Does that go the same way every single time? When they leave, do you go back into the dealership and you're like, yeah, sold me a car today, I'm done? Or are you actually investing in your future? Are you sending them a text with all your information, thanking them again for their business? Maybe you're a professional. Maybe you got your own video shot that's professional that you send out to all your customers and thank them and make sure they remember your face and they're like, hey, here's my number, here's my email, call me, email me, text me if you have any questions about your car, parts, service, doesn't matter, whatever it is about your car, I'm the person for you. Get me I'm for everything. Or do you not even do that? Or do you not do that at all? And you're just like, boom, see ya. And then now we come back to the circle live. 3 days later, week later, 30 days later, you're probably going to have some tasks to reach out to these customers and ask them if everything's good. Are you reaching out just, hey, thanks again for the purchase? Or are you getting actually a little bit more in depth? A week from now, next day, hey, this is Ryan at the dealership. Hey, I want to follow up you on your vehicle. Make sure there's no issues or no concerns. And I also want to make sure that you're understanding all the features and see if you have any questions. And if you have any questions, get a hold of me. Come to the dealership and we can re-go over the vehicle for you, because I want to make sure that you love this vehicle and you understand this vehicle in the entirety of your purchase and however long you decide to keep it. I want to be the guy that helps you out. You can come to me any single time, any day. Just let me know. Are you doing all that? Are you doing all that on a consistent basis? After your deal's done, are you sitting down wondering what you could have done better, what you did right, did some training with yourself, looked at your process, wonder how you could improve it? Are you doing any of that? Or every day you're just winging it, every customer? If you want to get better, consistency, habit, discipline. Every single area that you touch in this car business, if you want to truly get better, you want to make money and you want to progress your career, it's going to start with consistency, discipline, and daily habits. And they got to be the same every single time unless you improve it. But then once you improve it, it's back to consistency, discipline, and daily habit every day. And I promise you, over time, you'll be the person that gets promoted. You'll be the person that becomes the number one salesperson at your dealership, because you're doing it on a consistent basis. And if you're going to get promoted to a manager, isn't that what the owner wants? Somebody that's already doing it consistently, then they might be able to teach the other people how to do it that way. All right, guys. Have a great day. Appreciate you watching. Hey, make it a daily habit to watch my videos. Make sure it's consistent that you watch mine, and be disciplined enough to watch them all the way through. All right, have a great day.
We all show up, but we ain't built the same. One's chasing glory, one's playing the game. One's got the gift, don't break a sweat. The other's out here grinding with nothing left. One wants the crowd, the lights, the fame. The other's in the dark, just building a name. One was born with it, one had to grow. One's got talent, one's got hustle.